caught in the middle, being bashed back and forth, and it's really kind of violent in a way.
Help people that are just starting out. Don't charge them $85, slap them in the face, and then say, oh, you can't show the movie because you showed it here and there. What kind of fucking world is that? Why do I want to make another movie and even go that route? Don't get caught up in the festivals too much. I know filmmakers that don't even show at festivals.
So what if you don't show at festivals, or at least don't get into the ones you want? Interestingly, there are several other ways to get exposure for your movie. So what are some of these film festival alternatives? Number 1, colleges.
So these are the boys, huh?
Screening at colleges is a great alternative to film festivals because, well, that's a great audience to screen to, just college kids, and especially if there's like a film program there you go.
The college market, boy, they have the disposable money to buy the DVDs. It's definitely different than the festival circuit, but it's another way to build awareness of the film, which translates into DVD, cable, all the areas where films eventually become profitable.
What are you trying to do as a filmmaker is have an audience, have people see your work. The students, while at the same time being able to glean really interesting craft things from it, were people in an audience who dug the movies.
If you want to comment on that first, and then we'll take some questions.
If there's any way to hook into the college crowd, it's much bigger than just festivals. That can make you. Festival screenings are filled with a bunch of other filmmakers that are going to say every bad thing in the world about your movie. A bunch of Ponzi fucking critics who can frankly suck my dick, and maybe 3 or 4 real people that are there to see a good flick. College screenings, nothing but kids wanting to go see a good movie, so it's pure. We did speak at a lot of colleges. I think we spoke at 9 or 10 campuses. Kids literally saw it and called their friends like, dude, you gotta see this. This is 5-6 years later after Boondock's initial release, and it's never sold more copies. Last year, Boondock sold more than it did any other year before that.
I've been looking for exciting films and filmmakers in particular to bring out to introduce to my students. Yeah, great. Come on in. We've got an audience assembled and everything. One of the nice things about an indie film like this is it's the kind of thing that a student can look at and say, I can see how I can find my way to making a movie like that. When you bring in someone like a George Lucas, it's kind of like there's so many steps between where the students are and where those filmmakers are that it's not really very useful. And frankly, the movies aren't necessarily that much better. I mean, I think this is as good as anything I've seen all year.
If you make a great film, the kids are going to find it and you're going to do well. If you make a shit film, put it in a festival.
Another film festival alternative will be to screen at specialized film organizations, like the Screen Actors Guild.
The studios come to me to screen the films from Fox Searchlight, New Line, Warner Independent Pictures, but we also done a lot of small films who have no studio backing, no distributor, to allow independent filmmakers to screen their film at no cost and to really level the playing field.
We're only supposed to have 150 people, but I've had more people here. Don't tell anyone. Fire marshals.
Just very important that they do have to be SAG signatory. I do not screen any movies that are not SAG signatory unless they're foreign language films, and I have done that. I have access to 122,000 SAG members. For independent filmmakers, SAG members are a great resource to create a buzz.
It had a Pulp Fiction type of vibe to it. Depending on the demographic you're going after, it has everything. You had some natural movies, you had some enhanced movies.
What a lot of independent filmmakers have done is they'll do a screening here, they'll have a full house, and they'll invite the representatives from independent studios here, and they can meet them before, do a little wine and dine. And just like in the festivals where the studios are looking to pick up films, they come to a SAG screening. They know, the foundation has a reputation of, screening, and it's a great way to, once again, showcase your film through a non-traditional festival route.
Excuse me. This is Bob speaking.
Oh, and he answered.
He's taking a call, no Q&A.
April, let me call you back.
It's free marketing, and that's the most important thing, is to allow people to see the filmmaker's work.
And finally, another film festival alternative would be simply to screen at your local indie theater, like we did at the Fine Arts Theater in Beverly Hills.
Well, it's a 410-seat movie theater. We mainly are public screenings, and we rent out to independent films. Usually what I'll do is I'll give a free screening to them, and then in exchange they promote it, and I just keep whatever the box office is.
Can I have 55 tickets, please?
I'm here to see 10 till noon, and I'm not in it, but hey, it'll still be good.
Every city has their local venues where they do indie screenings. It's just more exposure for a movie.
We really appreciate you coming out. We know there's so many other things you can be doing on a Friday night.
We've had a number of films that were bought by the studios and then been released.
This is Oscar-winning screenwriter Chris McQuarrie, a very old friend of mine I have not seen in about 6 years. I had no idea he was coming tonight. I'm really beside myself, I have to say. It's a good thing I drank.
Oh, I'm not staying for the movie.
Oh,